I went to a show
Mhm.
this past Thursday. I went to fucking Alabama to see Windwaker, Invent Animate, Northlane, and The Plot in You. And it was actually fucking insane. I mean, if you could tell by my voice, I'm just now getting my voice back, and it is Tuesday. It's almost been a full week, and my voice is just now at like 80%. Um, we had to cancel the podcast last night because we did an interview before the podcast, and I kept talking to Shane in between. There were connection issues, whatever, and I was talking to Shane. I was like, "Dude, I did not realize my voice was this fucking bad," because I have my mic here, so I can hear myself now, and I'm like, "Damn." That's crazy. That's crazy. So, incredible show. I got to see Wind Waker. They played their new track live, Victory Lap. They took off all of my favorite songs off the set list. I got a chance to speak to Liam at the end of the show, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to The Wall?" Because that's my favorite song by them. And he was like, "No, it's crazy because it's like it's the last show. We had to take off The Wall. We had to take off Fractured State of Mind, and we had to take off Break the Rules." I looked at him. I was like, "Dude, those are literally my three favorite songs by you guys." And he was like, "Oh, fuck, that sucks." I was like, "I know." And then he tried to get me to go to the fucking fuck, what's the new tour that they're on?
With Northlane, Like Moss to
Northlane.
Flames, and them.
Yes. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, we have all those songs on that set list." I was like, "Fuck off," you know? So that was great. My first time seeing Invent Animate, they were actually phenomenal. I understand why Invent Animate and Silent Planet are grouped together so heavily because it is the exact same level of, I guess, dedication and energy and almost kind of like grace that they have on stage. It seems very just poetic how they conduct themselves and kind of like how their body moves as they're singing. It feels very effortless, but it also feels intentional. It's very cool. I like it. They're not just kind of like stomping around stage and like doing, which I fuck with.
Mhm.
Everyone keeps stomping around on stage, but it's like they do like little twirls and shit, and I go, "That's dope." Everyone, we need more metal artists twirling, is what I'm saying. Um, Northlane was incredible. There was a moment I posted on my story where he was wearing a red jacket. I did not know it was red. I thought it was a black jacket because, color theory and all that shit. The lights were green, so it made it look black. And then the lights changed, and my mind was fucking blown. I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think that was intentional. Fucking awesome. I literally went, "Whoa, what the fuck?" It was insane. It was fucking crazy. They were great live. Um, I didn't really know what to expect going into that one. With Invent Animate, I could kind of piece together, well, one of my favorite bands is heavily associated, so I'm sure they're good. But Northlane I went in completely blind. Shit went bonkers, shit went crazy. Um, and then The Plot New, I love The Plot New. I've seen them once. Okay, I've seen them once. And it was because of The Plot New and Wind Waker being on the same bill that I was like, I have to fucking fly. I have to be here. I could have gone to New Jersey. Um,
Or any of the other dates that were a little bit
literally,
closer.
it was closing night and I got to see my grandmother. I was like, fuck, man. Might as well, right? Might as well fucking go all the way to Alabama. Um, Holy shit. The Plot New is honestly like one of my favorite live bands ever. Granted, I don't think, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think Landon tours. I don't think his stage presence is like insane, you know? He does his thing. He walks around, he sings. It feels like he's putting more effort into the actual product and what you're hearing instead of like putting on a show for you, I guess. This tour, it did feel more intentional with kind of like the little setups that they had. I mean, there was a moment where he was sitting down, he's playing the acoustic guitar. It was Silence, the new song, the intro, where it did feel more of a show, more like a show, but it's just he just kind of walks around and he does this silly little thing. He doesn't really talk to the crowd. He doesn't do anything, but it is the actual wall of sound that they create and the emotion that you could feel on that stage that automatically goes to the crowd. They are one of my favorite live bands. They don't do too much, but they do exactly what you need. Silence is now my new favorite Plot New song. I loved it when it first came out, but after hearing it live, I listened to it. It's been like the only song that I've listened to recently. And like I had an 8-hour travel day when coming back, and it was the only song that I listened to. We'll check on that in like a week. So yeah, show was great. Fucked.
Hell yeah, I love to hear it.